Simple Reflection is a 2-product, well now 3-product. We have a simple disinfectant now with the whole COVID thing. It's a hospital grade disinfectant, but primarily what I want to talk about is the 2 cleaning products that we have. Simple Reflection Cleaner, Simple Reflection Bug and Streak Remover. Next slide, please. Okay, Simple Reflection versus water-based cleaners on the molecular level. Okay, so without becoming a chemist here, because I'm not one, we can all figure out I'm not that smart. But water-based cleansers, water in general, has a large molecule. Okay? Simple Reflections is a polymer-based, 100% polymer-based product. It has a very small molecule. So when you are using products that are water-based, that molecule does not get down into the pore of the surface. It cannot push that contaminant out of the pore. It just covers it on the surface level, is all it's doing. What Simple Reflection does, it goes into the pores. It's so tiny, it goes into the pore, and it pushes all the contaminants out to the surface, and it creates something called a negative static charge. Our polymer is a negative static charge. So what that means is once it pushed all that out of the pores, it dried and filled in that pore. The second coat that you apply, you basically applied a sheet of polymer over top of any surface. We use this on everything. Once you put multiple coats on there, all you're doing is building layers and you're getting slicker and slicker and slicker, okay? The polymer, Simple Reflection here, negative static. Okay, so on the negative static, what that means is we all live in campgrounds, okay? Dust particles are flying everywhere. We see them when the sun shines through, you see them floating around. So I apply this on my wood, all my wood in the DRV, I apply it to all my Landbright furnitures and everything. What it does is when these dust particles are floating around, when it approaches that wood has a negative charge on it. It shoves that dust particle back away. On the outside of your paint, what it's doing is when you apply it, it's trying to push it out. Our towels are a regular positive static charge. So between that negative static charge and the positive charge, it pulls the dirt and everything right off of your finish onto the towel. You rotate that towel over and you wipe it off with the back side. That's your second coat. And then I like to follow up with one more coat and your hand just falls right off. It's so slick. It's filled it in, it's protected it. Now what happens now is any future dirt and grime that happens on it, it's sitting on the polymer layer. You no longer have anything in your clear coat. Your clear coat is clean and clear, and each time that you go in and clean your rig or dust your rig down, you're actually pulling the contaminants off that layer of polymer and you're applying another fresh coat of polymer on top of what you've already applied. All right? It's plant-based, biodegradable, eco-friendly product, and there's no toxins whatsoever. Okay? This product right here will not kill you. This is the only product I have ever seen at an RV show that does not have a warning label. No warning labels. It's plant-based. Everything is eco, biodegradable, plant-based. Okay? It smells like bubble gum. Tastes like bubble gum. Okay? It's plant-based. If you over. Okay. This product is not going to kill you. Your dog can get a hold of that entire bottle. They're going to have super slick poop. But they are not going to die. You can use this on your countertops, your microwave inside and out, your refrigerator. Okay. We put this in our microwave. When food splatters, all we do is take a wet cloth and we wipe the inside of the microwave down. It comes right off and it dries crystal clear like we put a fresh coat on there. It's not going to kill you. Yes, sir.
What if you have wax on?
Okay, so what this product is designed to do, it removes wax. It removes wax residue on blacks and everything else. Again, the product goes down into the pores where that wax is, and it pushes it out to the surface for the towel to pick it up and replaces it. I will never put wax on an RV ever again, now that I know more about waxes and the difference in cars and RVs. We have a tremendous amount of surface area and a tremendous amount of heat, okay? If you guys remember the old motorhomes and coaches, they all had that etching and cracks all in them on the gel coats and stuff, and it looks awful. Waxes back in the day, we were taught to put a lot of product on, we were told to wax it all in, But what we've actually done was we trapped the heat into there. The paint cannot breathe. So the surface gets extremely hot and it cracks. Thermal etching is a word I've learned recently. Thermal etching. It cracks and it makes all these little microscopic little lines and etching marks all over the paint. What Simple Reflection does, it's breathable. It allows every single surface to breathe and cure still. You can go get your Corvette painted today. They give it to you tomorrow. They tell you no waxes for 6 months, let the paint cure. You can put Simple Reflection on tomorrow. That paint is going to breathe and that paint will cure just fine. Simple Reflections can be used and it looks awesome on top of a ceramic coating. The ceramic coating is like a shell. Simple Reflection just gives it the pop and the shine, and it's just amazing, and it keeps the dirt off the car or the rig. We won't talk about ceramic coatings. Very, very, very expensive. I charge $60 a foot to do an RV ceramic coating, and there are people with Krivos and Newells that pay me to do it. So it's very, very expensive. Okay. Breathable, safe on all surfaces. You can use this 2 products on everything you can think of. Your chairs, your couches, woodwork. There's no need to have any other product except for one in my household. All we have is Simple Reflection, and we have one cleaning solution that has bleach in it if we're dealing with chicken or meat, okay? And we'll sterilize the area with bleach, and then we clean with this as normal. Safe on, we never use wax again, the only products. Okay, next, please. Eco-friendly, we talked about that. Serious service, brilliant shine. Okay, it provides 12 months of UV protection. If you never put another coat on there, you're protected for 12 months. It removes old wax residue, restores your black surfaces. It works on any surface. Stainless appliances. If you have used commercial products in your stainless steel refrigerator, I want you to take bug and streak remover, which is the blue, which is this here. We have a blue label and a green label. Cleaner protectant, bug and streak. I want you to take the bug and streak and I want you to clean all your stainless steel appliances, get all that commercial oily stuff off of it. It's going to streak really bad, okay? As soon as it's dry, I want you to put 2 coats of Simple Reflection on it and you're going to be amazed. It's amazing. You can't fingerprint it. It's going to hold up. It's going to shine. If you do have a child or a dog who puts his nose on it, it is going to leave a mark. But it's sitting on the polymer. All you have to do is take a wet washcloth, wipe it right off. You don't even have to wipe the excess water off. And most people say, well, that's going to streak in when it dries. No, it's going to dry crystal clear. Or you can go ahead and grab a bottle, spray it, wipe the smudge off, and now you just added another layer of protection. You want as many layers as you can get on here, okay? It's only going to protect. We talked about woodwork, granite, countertops, mirrors. Okay, bathroom mirrors. How many of you guys have elites with the window silks? Okay, the number 1 complaint I hear with window silks, when it rains, you can't see out of it. Our product, you spray it heavily on your window, you dry it off, it repels the water from getting into the holes of the window silks, and you can see out of your window and you're elite with our product when it rains, okay? Storage like services, woodwork, TVs, leather, vinyl, glass, computers, tablets, eyeglasses, etc., etc. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is some of the rigs I've recently. This is, let's see, that looks like Dennis Kimball's rig. I grabbed that because I know he's here, but I don't think he's in here right now. They went to dinner, but that is me completely stripped all the Excel off, and Simple Reflection has been applied. Next slide, please. Here's some reflections, and I wanted Kyle Miller to be in here. So I was talking to Kyle about this. This is a company called Duraflaps. They make custom mud flaps. And I was telling Kyle Miller how beautiful, how much this dresses the rear end up, and how much that would look so good on those new 2021 caps. And it gives that finished look, and it just hides some of the, like an RV on stilts kind of look. And it's probably $300-400 for it. And I said, Kyle, you know, that's not a bad price. You know, that's something that you could add in there, and look how much better it looks. So we'll see if it happens. If it does, remember it came from here. So,
pull into the gas station.
Yes, now when you pull into a gas station, some of the other brands out there, and I'm not promoting Duraflaps. If you go with a cheaper company, and I hope DRV wouldn't do it if they ever did it. But if you have the cheap rubber plastics here, it's going to get deformed, it's going to get bent, and it's going to memorize it. Whatever it gets formed, it stays that way. What I love about Duraflaps, they use a high quality rubber material. It can take the scrapes, it can take the bending, and it bounces back to its original shape. It does not have a memory in it because they use high quality material. I don't know what the material is, I don't promote it, I just really think it's sexy. So, all right, next slide.
It scrapes up the tire when it comes apart.
Okay. What do you mean scrape up the tire or the rim?
No, the tire, when the tire blows up and all
Oh,
the pieces,
yeah.
it shoots them right off.
It'll blow off the backside of it. But that's what we have insurance for, right? It'll replace your back flap too. I just really like the look because it really dresses it up, and all the motorhomes have it. Why can't we?
Yeah.
You know, we pay a lot of money for these. I want them to look sexy. So, all right. We talked about eco-friendly, designed for RV safe industry. Blah 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 blah. You guys like this? Blah 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 blah. Okay, bathrooms. Let's talk about bathrooms. That's a huge problem for you guys. How many people have to, their wives make you squeegee your shower stall, your shower walls, glass? Okay, so here's a tip. With bug and streak remover, I want you to take the bug and streak, which is the blue. I want you to take a magic eraser, and I want you to go and remove all your soap scum and all your water spots. All right? Once you have all that off, let it dry. I then want you to come back with the green, which is cleaner protectant. I want you to put 2 coats on your walls, 2 coats on your glass. Now I know it's very difficult unless you take your glass apart to get back in there where the seals are behind there. Do the best you can. It's not going to be perfect. I'm so OCD, I pop the top off, remove the doors, and I clean them and put it back together. So, but that's just me. You know, it's not like I'm busy. So, let's see. Once you do that, all you have to do when you're out of the shower is close the door so the glass can dry. Let it dry, and once a week, go back in and just wipe your walls, wipe your glass down. You'll never have to squeegee your glass again, and your wife will not yell at you anymore for not doing it. Okay. When you guys are walking around, especially if you're within your first year, I want you to grab a ladder, and I want you to check for overspray. I am finding tons of overspray on these rigs. If you catch it within your first year, they're responsible for getting you somewhere to have that buffed out. If it's too bad, then they need to repaint your front cap. I had his front cap repainted because there was so much overspray on it. I just did a video last month in Texas at a rally. There was so much overspray on it, it took me 3.5, 4 hours to buff that front cap and get rid of the overspray. It took me 5 cuts to get the overspray off that front cap. Now, the beauty in doing that is I took out 100% of the orange peel. That thing was like a mirror when I was done. But it wasn't the customer's responsibility to pay me $250 to buff that front cap out. You know? So, you got to take care of it. All right, so what I'm going to do is leave this area alone. It feels really good right now. I'm going to clean this area here. When I say less is more, there's a lot of products out there that they want you to spray a lot on there, and then you're going to wipe it down and you're going to buff it in because it goes back to the molecule size. They can't get into the pores like we can. So they want to put a nice heavy coat so you're covering up the contaminants. What we're going to do here, that amount of product will do this entire, less is more. Okay, we do not want it built up. We want you to put coat after coat, very thin coats. I'm going to take my towel, I'm going to find a clean spot. I'm going to pull and I'm lifting up as I go. I don't want you using circles. No Karate Kid, no Danielson, wax on, wax off. Okay? It's a myth. What I want you to do is straight lines. I want you to go up and down, side to side. What that does is the human eye has trouble seeing horizontal and vertical lines. However, swirl marks, as soon as they start arcing, our eyes pick up on it immediately in sunshine. So what you're trying to do is limit the amount of damage that you're doing. And if you use this method and you have it on there properly, you're not going to do any kind of scratching at all. Now what just happened is I put the first coat on. It pulled the dirt surface up. There wasn't a lot there. But as I rub my hand right now, my hair is standing up on my arm. and it's pushing my hair out. It's really cool, okay? That's that negative static charge we were talking about. It's pushing all the contaminants off.
His hair's standing straight out. I can see it from right there. Standing straight out.
Straight out. So what this is doing is when a car comes flying by in the campground, the dust flies all up, it's going to float over here and then it's going to hit that static charge and it's going to push it away from the paint. Okay? So now that's coat 1. Now I want to show you how quickly, if this was your front cap, this is how quickly when I say I want you to do 5 coats, I'm going to spray the towel. There's coat 2. As soon as it evaporates with just what I still have on the towel. There's coat, what is that, 3?
3.
Yeah, 3. I only have 4 fingers, I'm trying. 1, 2, 3, okay, yeah. Okay, coat 3. Now my towel's a little dry now, okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit more. And here's coat 4 and 5. There's 4, and here's 5. That's how quick you can do your front cap with 5 coats. Now, stanky. All right, so now what I want you to do is I want you to come over here and just touch this area here, okay? And then I want you to rub your hand across this area. As you do that, I want you to try and fingerprint it. Okay? No fingerprints.
I hear my mother still yelling at me.
Right. So, let's say you got grime on there. I'm gonna take it. Sorry to touch you. I'm gonna take a little sweat. I'm gonna put it all over that paint. All right. I can see it. It's there. Okay. I'm gonna take a brand new towel. I'm gonna take a towel with no product on it. We talked about in the seminar over there. We talked about everything is sitting on the polymer surface and not on your clear coat. No product at all. It's gone. So it wipes right off. All your trash, all your damage, all your dirt sits on the polymers now. So when it rains or when you're driving down the road, the wind and rain actually pushes the dirt and contaminants off of your body, off your paint.
Just keep going.
Keep going.
Wow, you can feel the
Yeah,
difference.
I mean, it's like you're dragging your hand across sandpaper, and then you hit that spot, and it's just
The static goes
smooth
away
as
with
silk.
more coats. That first coat's the static. That's pushing the dirt away.
No, he's not. But
Yeah, I just need the truck.
There you go. Yeah, when you start, you got to go to the tailgate.
All right.
On both sides.
All right, guys. So right here we've got some bugs in the chrome. We got some bugs in here. We got bugs on the shield, on the air dam shield here. We got them on the headlights. We got them embedded here. This head is designed for foam. It's a foaming applicator head. Okay. Now you will not see me drink this stuff. It's not going to kill you, but this is true soap. This is like your mother washing your mouth out with soap with this one. The other one I don't mind. This one, ugh. So I take my hand because I want surface area, and I take it because it's non-toxic, and I rub it in to get more of a lateral surface area coverage. Okay? And what we're looking at here.
Jason's calling you.
Oh, it's okay. He'll live. All right. So we're going to just talk. Now, if you're in full sun, you want to work in a smaller section. But as you see over here, we're starting to get yellow discoloration. This bug is floating now down. Where was another juicy one? Right in here. You see this yellow tint? That bug that was in here is now dissolving, and that's that yellow grime. That's bug guts. Okay? And spray. All right. We'll do this area too here. All right. We'll just do this whole area right here. All right. So now I'm going to take a towel.
Will you do the bug guard also?
Yes, I can do the bug guard as well. It's safe on all surfaces. This engine's very hot. They must have just pulled in, so we may get some fast evaporation here because the engine is hot. But it's dirty. All right. No scrubbing.
Man, just takes it all off there, don't it? Whoa. Man. Ooh. That's impressive. Man. He ain't gonna know this is the same truck.
Okay, our bug and streak, there's all the dirt from his truck. Pulled it right off. Our bug and streak, surprisingly enough, streaks. Okay, it's just a cleaner. See all these streaks? Okay, it streaks, it dries. That is hard to get off of unless you use our cleaner protectant. Okay, so we actually had a customer that all they bought was the bug and streak. I didn't realize it and catch it. Ooh. And she wanted to know why everything streaks that she cleans.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't see it, but you see that juicy bug right there?
Right.
All right, let's let that have a minute. All right, so this will streak, but we're gonna follow up with it in just a second with the cleaner protectant.
And that's what you use on the DRV?
Yes, ma'am. I use these two products on everything. All right, now let me get this bug. Okay, so here's a chunk here that's floating. Look at that, there's the bug. Half the bug it pushed it right out. Okay, that bug is gone. See that spot? It's gone. Okay, all I did was wipe it right off. All right, now you cannot mix the two products. You have to give this a moment to dry. Make sure I get it all, because it will contaminate and strip. So what this does is strip all the way down to the original metal surface or the clear coat. All right. Now, because it does optical clear, it protects your headlights from yellowing. If you keep this on your headlights every 6 months, your headlights will never yellow, crack, or get all ugly and dull looking. It'll keep them clear because it's optical clear.
Clean them up if they are got that on them.
You have to sand them out first.
A little under the bugs here before you get it.
Oh, okay, all right.
Before you mix them.
So now, since I didn't clean this whole area, I don't want to start mixing things together. So I'm going to spray it on my cloth, but normally you wouldn't have to. Well, no, we'll just do it. Who cares? All right, that's it. So now I'm going to take the towel. The way I know the difference, this has a bubblegum smell. This has a chemical smell kind of to it. So you'll see me, if I'm ever working on your rig, you'll see me constantly smell my rags. I'm smelling it so I don't confuse the towels. Okay? All I'm going to do now is pick this up.
Man. Woo. That's down to the shine. Man, you can see yourself in the mirror on that thing. Hey, he'll have headlights tonight.
One side anyway.
He will, on one side, he'll have the left side headlights. Woo. Man.
All right, now the tedious part of this is getting in here doing all this stuff that you don't have to worry about on a front cap. Okay, so that's one coat. I missed a spot there. All right, so now I'm going to spray the towel. I'm going to do second coat right here, and I'll do the wind deflector, and I'll do the headlight. All right, so now, when you come up now and a bug sticks to this now,
They won't stick.
you cannot fingerprint your chrome. You can't fingerprint your shield. You're not going to be able to put fingerprints on your headlamp. If you had chrome covers there, it's going to protect them. And when you get where you're going, if once a week or whatever, you got bugs plastered to it, I want you to take the cleaner first. Take the least aggressive method first, which is the cleaner. I want you to come over to this here. I want you to clean that back of that mirror up.
Man.
If you cannot get something by the second or third time that you rub over it, I don't want you working hard and scrubbing. See that bug? It won't come off.
Yeah.
It's baked in. You're then going to turn around and you're going to come back to the bug and streak. Hit that spot. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi.
Come out. God, man.
Okay? Then let that dry. Grab the other product. Come right back. And you're done. Okay? The towels have trouble sticking to here when they're brand new. Sometimes they'll fall off. Once you get that excessive lint off of there, it's hard to pull them off at times. All you're going to do, these towels have been washed before, find you a clean spot, you're going to throw it onto there, you're going to push in. Okay, so now you have two options here. I've already sprayed the towel. If you didn't want to spray the towel, if it wasn't windy, you can take your product and spray right above here, and you can push the product all the way up and all the way back down if you want. I sprayed the towel, it was just easier since I had it down here. All you're going to do is take your upper hand, front hand, underhand. I don't want you putting weight into this. Backhand, you're just going to hold it and support it. You're just going to push the product up and down. I feel a ton of resistance right now. It's because it's not in the pores yet. Okay, I'm gonna wait a second now. Now it just glides that quick. Now I'm gliding right across here now. It has sealed those pores that quick. Okay, if I need to change towels, this is something that's different than every applicator head on the market. We will not damage your paint. You bring the towel down, you rip it off, slap it right on there, come over here, go get you another towel, come back. That will never do any damage to your paint. Pull it back down, put you a clean spot on here again. Take your product. Anybody want to push it and try it? You're welcome if anybody wants to try it. No? Okay.
I'm going to.
All right.
I'm gonna go for it.
Take that product, push it all the way up, and then start working up and down with it. And if you do a good enough job, I have a job for you.
Hey, I
You
believe
can feel the difference.
I believe you could do yours.
Is he paying you to say that?
No.
Man.
Oh, that is. Here, somebody please come in here and verify, please.
Okay, I will.
You can feel the resistance
You can
over
seriously feel that resistance gone.
Okay, now. Right here? and
Yes,
over
ma'am.
there.
Now slide over to where he was at the ladder. You feel how it's like you hit a roadblock. You hit a speed bump.
Yes. Man.
Any questions?